think a year or two ago, people were just considering an online or an offline option in terms of e-commerce retail. And we've since discovered that there are a lot of things in between, hence the term at Flux Trends, blurred lines and a completely hybrid customer. One of the most interesting things that have happened with e-commerce has been a splintering of business models, and new niche little business models have cropped up, which is why one size does not fit all. So, broadly speaking, you've got showrooming, people who go into a store and then compare prices and then actually buy online to add insult to injury. They do it right in the store, or web rooming, which is more common in South Africa, where you actually do most of the research online and then finish the purchase in store. I think anybody in retail understands, or if you are in bricks and mortar retail, is that retail theatre or experiential marketing is part of the mix, and you really have to wow people and make them stay if they come into your stores offline. So what you're starting to see is that blurred line of using digital tricks. Sometimes they are a little bit gimmicky, but in essence you need to bring some of that digital convenience, whether it's a payments system, some in-store store display, but to meld that offline and online experience to give that retail theatre so that people have the full experience, which is why people are more and more talking about an omni-channel. So you never really know where your customer engages with your brand. It could be deep in cyberspace, it could be when they first walk through the door, so you have to have that messaging completely down pat and universal, and that is usually what the big challenge really is for retailers. Servicing a hybrid customer, especially from a franchise or franchisee point of view, is a real challenge because you have that disconnect with that omni-channel. So the mothership has to ensure that the franchises fall in line or have that same level of service or the same marketing message. I just had a rather nasty experience with exactly a franchise situation where I phoned the head office to make sure that this was legitimate, the procedure wasn't really not only to my liking, but a little bit and not above the board. And the head office actually said that they didn't have any recourse because it was a franchise. And that for me in a digital era is a real problem. Because you not only have to make sure that the brand essence is relayed, but if something goes wrong, it's in many cases it's not the franchise that will get the heat, but the name brand. So it is really a difficult juggle to maintain that omni-channel, to maintain service levels, to maintain a marketing message in a digital era for franchise and franchisees.